Just got back from fishing stuff in Sherwood, Arkansas. Picked up my first ever custom bow that I ordered and just showed up. So come along, we're gonna throw this thing together, see how it shoots. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you're shooting this year. You going to any tack, going to any Shot 3D? Hope to see you out there. Have a good one. I appreciate you clicking on this video. This is going to be a fun one. I've been excited about this one for a long time. So this is the first time I've ever ordered a bow, and I've specially ordered it and built it the way I wanted it from the factory, and then I got to sit and wait for a couple months for it to come in, which is not any fun, but when it does get here, it's going to be super rewarding. So this bow is going to be one that when I first came out, I didn't think I would get till I shot it some. After shooting it some, I thought, this may be the best bow of the year, and it's kind of a sleeper. A lot of people are sleeping on it. So let's get it out, take a look at it, piece it together, see if we can get some reps in it. It is, dun 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 dun, the Prime Divide 33. All right, some of you might be going, that's not the bow I thought he was gonna pull out. I promise you, after we build this out, and I built this, ordered it just like I wanted it, all white, clean looking. There's a lot of things about this bow that I really like. And again, it gets slept on a little bit because there are some people who are kind of in the business who hate on them, I guess you could say, just because maybe they don't sell as much as others. This is a fantastic bow. It is the smoothest drawing bow, I think, of the year, of all bows, of every brand. I think this Prime Divide is the smoothest drawing bow out there. I love that the pick is cut into it. It is super lightweight, balances well, aims well. There's a lot of things about it I like. Limb legs, they're on the way. I don't have them in stock, but I'll have them on it in the next couple days. Integrated in the back. It's not going to have the tuning features that a lot of them are doing now. That's my only complaint. Everything else about it I really love about this bow. So let's go over some of the accessories we're going to be putting on it, but it's going to be slick. All right, so first and foremost, we're going with an integrated QAD drop away, the Ultra Rest MX2. Love this rest, have no complaints about it. Shot indoor with it. The fact that it's going to mount right there on that integrated part right here, even better. Love that rest. I've got it on some other stuff as well. Probably my favorite part is the custom dialed proof sight. I had the old dialed sight, Arxos or whatever it was. Really looking forward to getting this proof mounted up on there. I think it's going to look slick. It's going to look clean. You can see I've got a little bit of some customization on the inside there. The little Charlie Kirk Freedom logo means a lot. So I think this is going to be awesome. I've got bars. I ordered bars from Podium Archery, and they come in. They look way shorter than I wanted them to, so ended up getting some bars I just had laying around and getting the weights the color I want them. So we've got our sight, we've got our rest. I've got 3 different peeps because I don't know which size I'm going to go with. I think they're Hamsky Raptors, and one of them's just a El Cheapo peep. But so we need to get our rest on and get our arrow level and start getting this thing put together. So stick around. All right, so our drop away, integrated QAD, probably my favorite rest on the market right now. Not that it's like new or anything, but it is been pretty bulletproof on my other setup, so I'm just going to keep running it until I have a reason not to. Okay. And we'll probably have to redo this D-loop. I know that's probably not where it's going to be. Might be closer than I'm giving it credit for, though. Okay, so we are definitely high on this part, which is okay. I'm fine with that, especially if we can just bring it down by doing this. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. One thing that I notice is this roller guard really close to this rest. So that might make me want to come down a little more than I would have normally wanted to come down. And it is going to run tight to that roller guard. But I think we'll sneak under it. And I'll put a little mark there where the top knock will fit. So this for me is always the part that if you do not get this part right, it makes some headaches for you later. So I spend a lot of time overanalyzing this and probably mess myself up more than I help myself, but that's pretty close to where. So I just made some knocks, some marks with this paint pen on each side of the knock itself, where the knock was. So when we go over there in a second, I'll put my soft knots where those two gray paint pen marks are. They'll be nice and dry by then. So we'll go ahead and cinch this down a little better. I'll tie my soft knots just a shade under these gray lines here. Snug her up a little bit. Voila. While we're here, let's go ahead and put a peep in. We'll take a measurement from our last one from this distance, and it should be about the same. This bow is built different, so it might be a little different, but at least we'll already have it in the string and we can go from there. So we'll come down just a smidge. It's actually pretty close. We'll put a temporary tie on that, and that way we can move it around a little bit. Once we do get it all set, we will we'll do a peep tuner on here so we make sure it doesn't spin out on us. About burned that one a little too much. All right, let's check timing. Now that we got a D-loop, actually, let's just give it a draw and draw it back real quick. We'll check the timing. Once the timing's good, we'll put our drop away cable in. All right, so we're just gonna give it a quick draw to make sure everything lines up, make sure our D-loop's gonna hold. We'll let down. My little concern is these are 29-inch mods, which fit great when I tested them at Fish and Stuff. These
so well too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's money.
Arrows are for like a 28 3/4, 28 1/2, so it might be pretty close on, are these arrows too short? So that's one thing we're also checking. Right up to it. Peep's got a twist to it. Could definitely come up. So the peep will come up. Not loving those arrows though, just on length alone. First and foremost, we're going to see how many pounds are we pulling while we've got this in here. And then we'll check our timing. Timing looks pretty good, actually. 70.7 pounds, so right on the money. Good job, holding 10 pounds. All right, so we've got our rest on, timed up, D-loop, peeps, roughly where it's gonna be. We're gonna find out when we put this sight on. Let's get my favorite part of this, the sight mounted up, and then we can go to our bars and all the other stuff. The fun stuff, not the work stuff. Matches up good. I do like that the pick mount is cut into the aluminum. I think it's one less thing to fail, one less thing to wiggle and get loose. Looks great. Color match is great. Shoot, yeah. Love it. For mounts for my stabilizers, I just use these old cheap ones from Amazon. They get the job done. They knock on wood. They've never let me down. Not to say they won't, but I've had no issues with them, and they're very affordable. So just keep on rocking them. All right, we've got our bars on. We're running about 10 ounces in the back and 5 in the front. Everything should be tied in, cinched down, sight on. We're ready to get it through paper. First shot with it. Whew, if we could have a bullet hole right out of the gates, that'd be awesome. Looks like we're tip left. All right, so here's where we're at on this Prime Divide 33. I don't have a shim kit. I have them for PSEs, but I don't have them for the Prime that you snap in, snap out. So I need to shim it over some more. And I don't have that kit, so I've got to run to Fish and Stuff in Sherwood and have them shim it over just a little bit so I can get a bullet hole. Not loving this peep. I might get a bigger peep while I'm in there. I only had 3 laying around, and this was the biggest one I could find. The other ones were like Target ones, so they're real small. So, but holding steady in the hand, shoots good, dead in the hand, quiet, feels really balanced. Like, just, it feels like a stud when you shoot it. Just got to get this shim over, so I'm going to run to Sherwood, get that shimmed over. I do need to build some arrows for this bow because my draw length at this bow is a 29, and normally I'm like 28 and a half with a longer D-loop. So I'm 29 with probably a more standard D-loop, and my arrows are just, they're coming up on the rest just a hair. I could switch to an older QAD rest where I can back it up a little bit. I could do that. I've done that in the past, but I don't want to do that. I'll just build some other arrows for it. That's the beauty of doing this stuff in the spring. I'm not in a rush. I've got plenty of time to get it right. So we're going to go get this shimmed over and shooting a bullet hole. All right, so I went to the good people of Fish and Stuff, got everything shimmed over. We're shooting bullet holes now. It is dialed and perfect and tuned and everything checks out, which is awesome. Those guys up there did a great job. And also, I'm glad we went because we got the sight, made sure all 3 axes are perfect. So no worries about that. Now the new problem is I don't have any arrows that are long enough to shoot with this bow with a 29-inch draw length. So my darting and stuff like that are 28 and a half, 28 and 3/4. So I've got to build some arrows for this real quick. So with the beauty and magic of editing, we are going to now build arrows, and we'll be right back. So that one's good right out of the gates. All right, it is a very cold, nasty day. We've got our arrows built, everything's glued in, dried, tips. These are 363 grains right now. We're gonna try to get a mark at 20. Once we get that 20 mark, hopefully we'll be able to stretch out and get a speed and start building our sight tape and stuff like that. But just wanna get on paper, wanna get a 20 mark and see if we can get, a few marks and then start getting dialed in. Money. Just a click left on those last 2. Left side of that one too. Man, we're pretty dang good. We're all 5 of them are touching the black. So a lot of them are on the left side of the black, but all of them are on the black. For the first time we've shot at 20 yards. First, we're just trying to build a sight tape. That thing aims so good. Peep's got a little twist to it. So first thoughts on just shooting the Prime Divide 33 with a 6-inch brace height. Seems fast. We're gonna get a speed test on here in a second. It seems like it's shooting fast. It's quiet. It seems like it's thumping at an arrow. It holds really good. Really impressed with the hold. That was one of the things that, you know, in a shop without a sight, it feels good, but you don't know until you put a sight on it and see, like, is it really as good as I thought it was, or is it just, I felt like it was because I didn't have a sight to aim with. But I've shot probably 9 shots, fixing to be 10 at 20 yards in a little grid, and only one of them's hit out of the black at 20 yards, and we've got a major crosswind today. So the thing holds like a dream. It's light, balanced, so the draw cycle is the smoothest I've ever drawn, I believe. It's quiet. Seems like it's gonna be a stud of a bow. So first impressions of the Prime Divide 33. This is the 6-inch brace height. You could get a 7-inch brace heights and it'd be a little slower, but really more forgiving, more stable, I think. So, but for tack and shot 3D, I wanted a little more speed. Shooting 316 feet a second with a 363 grain arrow. 29-inch draw, 70 pounds. It's not going to be a speed demon necessarily, but I think it's plenty fast. Yeah, 364 grain arrow at 315 feet a second. For comparison, my Darton, 70-pound Darton is shooting a, this Darton here is shooting a, I believe it's a 349 grain arrow, right about that same speed. So, yeah, this is a 350 grain arrow, shooting these 350 grain arrows at, if I could get the paper, I'll tell you exactly how fast, 317 feet a second. So the Prime is shooting a, what do we say, 15 grain heavier arrow at right at the same speed. So it's plenty fast. You know, I've heard that knock on Prime is they're not fast. That's plenty fast. The Darton's good and fast. The Prime's fast. I don't think any of them are going to compare to the Sicario, which is obvious, but it's plenty fast. It will send some arrows. So one thing I do notice, the draw, incredibly smooth. If you have never drawn a Prime or a Divide or the form from last year, you need to go to a bow shop and just draw one. Just 70 pounds, draw it. I feel like, honestly, I could maybe shoot 80 pounds with this draw cycle. It's that smooth. So just something to think about. The bow is beautiful. It's dead in the hand. It's quiet. There's no vibration or anything. Of course, I've got stabilizers and stuff, which I think everybody should probably run some stabilizers. So if you're shooting it at a shop and you think, oh, it's shaking, you should be running some stabilizers anyway. So just something to think about. Beautiful bow. Performs excellent, very lightweight, very well balanced. The being able to hold and grip in the middle there's something to that. It does point and aim and is balanced. I'm ready to stretch it out and get some longer shots. At 20 yards, it shot excellent. I am going to tweak with my peep height a little bit and probably bump it up a little bit so I can get a little more distance out of my sight. So once we start stretching it out a little bit. But that's next. You want to like, subscribe, stick around so you can see us stretch this out, see how well it performs at 80, 90, 100, 110. You want to follow along, so make sure you like, subscribe, and follow along. If you're wanting to check out a Prime and you're in Arkansas, go check out Fishing Stuff in Sherwood, Arkansas, #1 Prime dealer in the state, and they've got a bunch of them, and you can definitely go in there and check one out, talk to them about it, draw it, shoot it, see how it shoots, bring your arrows, see what kind of speed you're going to get out of it. If you're looking for an e-bike, check out RamboBikes.com, use RRR Woods at checkout and save you some money. Appreciate you guys watching. Stick around for the next one.